Well, hi, and welcome back to the channel. So this week we are heading south out of Sydney, about an hour and a half south of Sydney, down the freeway, head towards Wollongong, and we're going to end up at Windang Island. Now, when you get there, you got to park your car, and then you're going to have a little bit of a walk ahead of you. So I think we got there about 5 in the morning for this particular trip. Yes, an hour and a half means we left about 3:30 out of Sydney. So when you get there, you got a little bit of a walk in front of you. You can see one of my fellow photographers is wearing spikes there in front of me. You walk along the dunes, head down the beach. You can see there's a little bit of glow in the sky ahead of us. Who knows what's to come? Here we go. Well, good morning and welcome to Windang Island. So Windang is about an hour and a half south of Sydney. Just over here is Wollongong, and then just past us down the coast is Bomba Quarry. You may have seen a video I just recently did from Bomba Quarry. If you haven't, I'll put a link just up here to the video. So we've come down here this morning. There was a hint of some high cloud, and it's all right behind you at the moment. It's all over this area down the coast. Unfortunately, we've got nothing out on the horizon, which is a real shame, but we've still got some colour here. But the reason we're here is because Windang Island is quite famous for having these wagon wheels that are sitting around the shoreline. There was a project from way back in the late 1800s that the project was cancelled. But what they did was they left some of the assets sitting around on the island here. So there's quite a few of these old wagon wheels that have got a bit of character and it's kind of a bit rusty and a bit colourful. So we're here getting a few shots this morning. First shot I've set up is quite low in the sand, just looking at the wagon wheel. It's about a 4-minute exposure because there's still not much light around. Sun doesn't come up for another half hour yet, so here's the first shot, 4-minute exposure. I'll put all the settings up at the end of the video. If you hang around to the end, I'll put the shots up with the settings there so you can see what the settings are. But here we go, first shot for the day. Okay, well, since I'm having microphone issues whilst I'm talking to you here, let's just talk over what I'm doing here. So I've got the gumboots on, and because I knew I was going to be running around the sea, so gumboots are just fine for that. I found this little small wagon wheel right on the edge of the beach, so I've actually just set the camera up down very low to be able to capture that wagon wheel in the foreground of the shot here. So I'm actually shooting wide open, so I'm at f2.8 on the 1635 lens, and the reason I'm at 2.8 is I'm trying to get these waves to about a half second, and I don't really need a lot of detail or texture in the rocks behind. There's nothing happening in the sky, so I'm focused in quite close on the actual wagon wheel itself. At a half second. Okay, so let's put up the shot and see how this one came out. You know, it's quite funny, just where the actual camera was sitting just a second ago when we took that last shot. It was actually sitting right on this little sort of pothole in the middle of the rock ledge. So what I've done is I've put the camera down low in portrait mode here, and I've got the pothole as my foreground interest with a little wagon wheel just sort of mid-frame now. And I've been trying to just capture with a half second again, just as a wave sort of comes in and hits the wagon wheel. So here's one coming in now. So I'm just ready to capture that, and just before it hits, try and capture that wave just touching the wagon wheel. Unfortunately, we don't have a sky this morning. It's a real shame. There's a bit of cloud behind us, but it's just the way it is. Anyway, so we'll put this one in. It's all about a half second right now, and I'm sitting at f9, so it's perfect conditions. Let's see how this one came out. Check it out. Hi again. So I've just come across the other side of the island here, and we've actually got some reverse sunrise happening. In other words, it's not actually in the direction of the sun, which is over here. We've got it facing away from the sun, but we've actually got some colour in the sky. And I found a couple of different wagon wheels over here. There's some really nice sort of red colours in these. It's obviously all the corrosion that's happened over years and years of the sea washing over them. So what I've done is I'm actually shooting through the first wagon wheel here. I'm set up quite low. And I'm sort of shooting with a 16mm lens. I'm shooting through the wheel, and there's a second one over here as well that I'm sort of using in the shot. Lots of red rocks, lots of oranges and reds in the wagon wheels, and a nice red sky to complement it as well. So it's going to be quite a colourful shot. Anyway, let's get it in the bag. Check this one out. Alright, so it's not very often you get the behind the scenes of how the shot was taken. So I just wanted to show you the camera is set up here on just a couple of rocks, just on the very edge of this little pool here. And the reason for this is obviously to get down very, very low to try and get a reflection shot. Right now my settings are f9, it's a sixth of a second. And I'm going to try and get this shot, and then we'll put the shot up, and you can have a look at how the shot came out. Okay, let's put it up. Check this one out. Alright, well, we are done for the day at Windang Island. Great little spot, lots to shoot around here. Unfortunately, we didn't quite get the sky that we were hoping for today. We got a little bit of colour, but lots of colour in these wagon wheels, that's for sure. We're going to head off for breakfast now, but if you like the shots, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, do all that stuff. It really helps out the channel. And in fact, let me know in the comments what was your favourite shot. There was quite a few to choose from today. What I'm going to do now is put all the shots up with all the settings, so you'll see exactly what the settings were for every shot as well there. So anyway, that's it. We're going to head up for breakfast. We'll see you in the next one. Cheers.